see. Works. Works. That one. Oh, there we go. Back there. Is that better? Right, good. Hello everybody, I've been asked to say something from the point of view of a travel plan network coordinator, and specifically in the context of a business improvement district. And I'll explain a little bit more about BIDs for those of you who are not familiar with them in a moment. Maybe first of all an observation. I'm going to say something about the travel plan group or the travel plan network we've established, but also about developing an area travel plan. And I think it's really important to make a distinction between those two things. Okay. So first of all, just a little bit of information about Better Bankside in context, so you understand where we are and what we do. A bit of history about the travel planning group. An explanation of our first, what we called a master travel plan or area travel plan that was established in 2006. And following on from that, some of the services and measures we put in place which underpin that plan. And also we're about to embark on a new version of this master travel plan, so I'm going to say a little bit about that. And then finally just a few kind of tips from our perspective from having worked on this for a few years now. So just a quick whiz, if you like, through the concept of a business improvement district. The way that these work is that there's an area-based business organisation, but unlike, say, an area like this, there is a compulsory levy or tax that every business pays in a defined geographical area. And that only happens after a ballot of all the eligible businesses in the area. And generally there's a threshold set, so the very, very small businesses don't have to pay that levy. And the way that it works in most places, I believe it also in the States, in Canada, here in the UK, in Germany, and also now there's pilots in the Netherlands, is that levy is based on the value of the business property. So here in the UK, it's a percentage of the rateable value, which is what's used to calculate business rates. And just to give you an idea of what sort of budget that gives a business improvement district, in the UK it ranges from about 100,000 euros to about 3 million euros over a year. And crucially, bids, once they've been established, have to go back every 5 years to their businesses and say, do you want us to continue? So there's a kind of renewal process built in there. Just some key facts about Better Bankside. Better Bankside was established in 2005, and it had its reballot earlier this year. It was the third ever bid in the UK. It represents a very diverse area in central London. I haven't got a map up for you, I'm afraid. But those of you who know St Paul's Cathedral, if you look immediately across the river, you're looking at Bankside. And so we have businesses as diverse as the big Tate Modern Art Gallery, the replica of Shakespeare's Globe, IPC Media, who are a very big magazine publishing company, and the Financial Times, right down to very small businesses and specialist businesses like architects' practices. So very, very diverse. And there's 460 members in the bid. And we have about £1 million of annual income from the levy, which we try and match funds with other sources. That's just to give you an idea of the breadth of the activities that the bid runs. So this is by no means a travel-driven agenda, if you like. Travel planning actually came on late and to the scene. You can see we're out to the right here. Some of the more core activities that you'll find in bids generally run around the theme of clean, green, safe, extra street cleaning and rubbish removal, and for us a recycling service. safety, in our case, a warden service, a sort of street warden service, and greening. So literally, we put up the hanging baskets in our area. But there's a whole scope of other activities that will depend from bid to bid, and travel planning tends to be one of those ones that fits with some bids and not others. And the most important thing really about that slide is to say that we are governed by a board of directors like any other company, and they are made up of the local business representatives together with stakeholders such as the local council and metropolitan police and so on. So the Travel Planning Group was actually set up as part of a previous EU project called Optimum 2. We have about 30 or so members. I'd say about 15 or so are turning up every 6 weeks to a meeting, which is chaired by a business representative. At the moment it's Joanna Foy, who should be presenting after me, but unfortunately is not able to be here. And it's really in charge of the whole travel planning program. We have an annual business plan, and we have an annual meeting where we go out to the wider membership of the Business Improvement District to say, what are your priorities for us?